Hello. Ah! I'm still fixing the bonk. Hold on. The bonk is broken. Ah! Ah! The bonk is activating. That is. The bonk is here. Let's go. We are ready for stream. I'm just gonna have this trailer play. The gnomes! Ah, my face!
Noriaki_Pikioe99 resubscribed for 14 months. 14 messy, dahe, hey Italian message go BRR.
I hope you enjoyed that readout. Thank you so much for 14 months. I'm still as happy as ever to have you around. Okay, let's get into the Benui action, I say. It is Benui time. What do you say about the new and improved face tracking? Very good indeed. Oh, the music's super quiet. Hold up. Louder! There we go. Loud! Okay. So, I don't know if you had time to watch the VODs at all, but lots of stuff happened. And I will just give you a brief rundown, just so you know where we're headed. Yotsuyu is now officially dead. She wasn't dead before, she is dead now. And her brother is also dead, because he was here. In that entire time where his brother was here, he kind of tried sabotaging a movement that is happening in the Gallian Empire, where there is actually people in the Gallian Empire that oppose the conquering that the Empire has been doing, and to believe that peaceful relations with other nations would be beneficial to trying to over trying to conquer them, because the whole reason that the Gallian Empire is conquering everywhere is to stop primal summoning from happening, because primals drain the land of ether and kill the planet. But the reason this doesn't work is because in the process of conquering everyone, the Gallians kind of force the tribes that live around the world into summoning primals to fend them off. But Yotsuyu's brother was trying to sabotage that entire mission of the Populares, and after his defeat, in an unprecedented move of bravery, Alphino went to Garlemald with the Populares, the faction that tries to negotiate peace between the Empire and all the, as of now, unconquered nations. And yeah. But recently, we received word that Alphino never reached Garlemald because we know he was attacked. We've actually played the part where he gets attacked. And we are now entering into the burn to try and find him. The burn being that desolate area of land with no ether. So we are going to hold on. This place. That area is where we headed. But other than those two, basically everyone survived. Although due to being heavily wounded in the liberation of Doma, Gosetsu is now unable to fight. And has resigned himself to a life of being a wandering monk, offering prayers to all those who have fallen in the war. He also shaved his head. So he's not dead, but he's very much out of the story at this point. But yeah, he cannot fight anymore. Poor Bean. There's also a few other scenes that I highly recommend anyone who's seeing this to watch, if you haven't already. I can't pinpoint the exact VOD that it's in, but there is a scene where Nanamo talks to Roban after all the dust has settled on top of the Alamigan Palace. It was somewhere in 4.2. And that scene is really good. That scene is so good. Roban, he he's no longer the general of the Immortal Flames at this point in the story. He himself would have never resigned, but because it was obvious that he didn't want to return to Uldar, and he wanted to stay in Alamigo and live in his home, Nanamo forcefully removed him from the position. Not giving him a choice to return to Uldar as the Phoenix General. She dismissed him out of her service so he could do what he really wanted. And that's a really good scene. But yeah, the new general of the Immortal Flames is his adoptive son, Pippin. Who definitely, like, that's an A-tier pick. Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, also, I think you might come to enjoy this piece of information, because it's also going to come up very soon. Xenos is still alive. He somehow survived cutting off his own head. Yep. Like, there's an actual scene in the game where he on screen cuts his own throat with his sword. And then he got better. I wonder how that works. And then the Scion's working theory is that Xenos is actually being possessed by an Ascian right now. Because Ascians can reanimate dead bodies by possession. But we as the players have actually been given an additional piece of information. Yes, the person inside Xenos' body right now is actually an Ascian. We actually know which one precisely. It's Elidibus. Because that has been shown on screen, just in several cutscenes. But at this point, it's obvious to the players. The person inside Xenos' body is in fact an Ascian, it's Elidibus. But Xenos himself is also still alive. He is currently possessing the body of a resistance fighter, an Alizon specifically. So not only did an Ascian take his body, patch it back up, and basically reanimate his body, his soul also is still around. Xenos lives, just currently in 2 pieces instead of 1. And he's learned a new trick, which is bodily possession. Which I'm sure is going to go great. So yeah, not dead. Oh yeah, I should mention, we're going into the Bernathian. I hope your pencils are ready, because here he is. Look at that man. Oh. Look at this king of a man. Look at him. They also kept the continuity really well. Remember how we did Bardam's medal to get ourselves this premium-looking bird? Ian also went and did that trial together with us and Lise. And they remembered he still has his bird. Because these birds bond for life. This is now your bird, and that is now his bird. Continuity! They didn't forgo. They remembered. And then we also have Stola. Boop. And we have Yugiri. Boop. And we have Alice. Boop. Who is worried sick about her brother. And this is what I love the most about this game. You can tell by her idle animation that she is not doing well right now. Just look at her. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, my nose filter is not correct. That's not good. There was some street noises coming through the microphone that shouldn't have. I'm sorry about those. Some environmental stuff. We are waiting for the dungeon. This is taking so long. This is taking longer than expected. So yeah, what to do in the meantime? Oh yeah, but we are also just so you know, we are firmly in the area of heading towards Shadowbringers. The death of Yotsu marked the end of Stormblood. We are now officially in the Shadowbringers pre-story. Because that, likewise to the death of Nidhogg in Heavensward, was the same number patch of that expansion. 2.3 was the end. The end of A Realm Reborn's post story, where the pre-Heavensward event started. 3.3 was the death of Nidhogg, where the Heavensward events ended. And likewise 4.3 was the death of Yotsuyu and her brother Asahi, marking the end of Stormblood. So yeah. Why is that queue taking 100 years? Anyway, let's while we wait, why don't we pay a visit to a grave of a dear friend? And here we are. And look who else is here. Remember this guy? No, it doesn't get any easier, Francois. This is like this actually just happened. Like he just comes here once every day to pray at Oshifor's grave. Nah, I haven't played it, and you have told me already. I don't know when I'll play it. I'll see. Eventually. But yeah, that was Franzel. Franzel Hallianart, I think. Alphina's best friend outside of the main character. He comes here every day to pray at Oshifor's grave. Grave? I need sleep too. Burn!
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
Oh, this music! Just listen to this beautiful music. Ah, multiple cast by over. Sad. But yeah, this is the burn. The most desolate area in the entire world. But we're not here to admire the scenery. We are here to rescue Alpha now. Oh, that's where that bus is from. I honestly didn't remember. Whee. Oh no. Ah. I love mechanics where I drop my stuff. They are the best. Wee. Pew. Ah, that, yeah. Where are you going? Ah. Boss time. Come on, die already, please. Come on. Ah. Ooh. Droids. Ah. Elegant technology. Curious what that's doing here. Bong. Bong. But yeah, I hope you all like the music in this dungeon, because I sure do. I really like the music in here. Goblin. Vibing, very good. Generally, like... So, I will say this a million times in my life, but this game is really good music. Yo! 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 Oh, whoops. I didn't want to use that here. That'll go to waste. Red knot. Done. Ah, another boss. That boss. I know this boss. I think it's a funny boss. Can you... Oh my god. Okay, I won't have stacks then. Fine. I love it when people manage to wait exactly until my stacks run out to pull a boss. That's funny. And by funny, I mean infuriating. Okay. Okay, don't believe me then. Fine. What is that voice type? What? What is that voice? I've never heard that voice. You're hearing this too, right? I'm not hallucinating Paimon, am I? Nandayo. Or Venti rather, not Paimon. That is... Is it this person? I think it is. What is that voice type? I didn't know I was doing a dungeon with Venti. And back out into the desolate wastes we go. That is a big corpse. What the fuck? I've been hit. Thank you for pet. I don't know I'm running these. I think they're good. Imagine actually running a dungeon with Venti. Wouldn't he be pretty useless in a dungeon? Like in anything that doesn't require platforming with the glider, I feel like he'd be pretty useless. Where the heck are you going? That's not the path. The path's over there. Platforming Goblin. Yes. Can we please pull the entire... No? No? Okay. This'll take a while. Whee! So many enemies. Just like the enemies in this area are so fascinating. Do you like not getting AoE abilities in Tang? Is that what you're into? This tank's quality of like gameplay just dropped in the past 3 minutes. I think he's pissed at something. Okay. Woo! Ah. Look, it's a bean. Are you ready for the bean? Hello. Bonjour. This is a very much classical Final Fantasy boss. The Mist Dragon. This iteration of the Mist Dragon works exactly the same. Dragon Pit. Yes. It works exactly the same as any other Mist Dragon in any Final Fantasy game ever. As long as it is not covered in mist, we can hit it. But if you do hit it when it is covered in mist, it will freeze you. Also, it kind of... yeah. If you hit the Mist Dragon right now, he'll just freeze you. There's another one over there. Hello? Great. This will suck. Oh no, the Dragoon died. Oh crap, I don't know where the slimes are going. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. I didn't see that AoE. Ow, okay. Fine. Do we have a new healer? No, we don't. Okay. Okay, then maybe. Okay, this is a fun mechanic. What this mechanic does is this line is only visible from certain angles. you can only see it when you're not going to get hit by it. Which is just a great mechanic in my opinion. Let's see if we can actually get him. Very unlikely. Due to the... yeah, no. Sad. But I don't think you can fall off here. Nope. Gotta wait for him to kill me. There we go. But yeah, so that line that signals where the dragon's going to strike, it is only visible from angles where you're not going to get hit by it. So that's a fun mechanic. Oh. What? The whole path? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Whee! That's a long ass path to longest way to walk every time you die. I don't appreciate that, Square Enix. It is a ring. I don't have a better ring. A long route before the boss isn't annoying at all? Nope, not at all. I mean, you're supposed to die here, I guess. Fun stuff. Okay, now that the Dragoon has graced us with her presence, we can actually do things. That entire wait there was the Dragoon refusing to rest themselves. Holy fuckaroni, really? Gotta do me like that, game? Okay, again, don't hit that. Don't ever hit that. It's actually targetable, by the way, which is really rude. Don't hit it. Don't get tempted. If you hit it while it's in mist form, it will just fucking freeze you. I think that mechanic is so funny. Ooh, fuck me. He should be okay. Oh god. Ah! See, that's rude. Oh, it's going to deep fog right now, really? Come on. Come on, buddy. Rude. Never touch the dragon. Okay. Do it. I'll tell you, no, you're in the AoE. I'll drop a stack of Sag. I will drop a stack of Xeno. Of Polyglot. Okay, this time we actually defeated the dragon. There we go. Hug. I'm kind of forced to it attack me first. I would have just walked past, but the dragon insisted. Also, I mean, that is defeat, you know? I mean, we never go back here. He might still be alive. It just kind of dissolves into mist in that final animation. So it's probably still around. Just left.
There you are.
Ian.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I had begun to despair of finding you again.
Do you recognize the crashed ship over yonder? Mistress Alize and I briefly inspected it. It is the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
But there was no sign of him, nor of Maxima and his people.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area. These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
I think it was fine. I'm sure of it.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
And yes, in this house we do appreciate Hien. But we also do appreciate Alizé. Oh, man. Poor Bean. Well, that was an undecidedly, certainly an eventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are do a good brush down a feet or two. Wouldn't you? I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after your little outing. But it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor then. But yeah, I hope the opportunity to see Hien makes up for the defeat of a Durgan. Because Hien is very good. And now it's time for more Hien. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yeah. Show me into Lord Hien's home. Do it. She is so worried. Lise!
Lise! What brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphinaud. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphinaud embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alizé. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
Her voice actor is putting
I'm sure
so
he's going
much
to be
weight
fine.
in this
There
patch.
is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Dorma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lys, you have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
He is such a good king. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Dorma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested my leave to remain. Where the Ascians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lys. Even if it was unofficial business, I'd hoped there might be some time to show you the land you helped to save. But I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Empire. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Rain, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private? Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. What might she want to talk about, I wonder? Yen. I mean, please, Hello. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alice, she's acting as if everything's alright, but she's clearly barely coping. The Alice I know is overbearing, willful and reckless. That's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papa Lima, now I have my friends in the Resistance. Eliza is here in the science. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Nothing to worry about. Thank you, Ring. Goes without saying. But if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamigo. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, show me to Lord Hien. At any time. Hello. There you are, my friend. Everyone is assembled, so let us begin. Woo! It's one of those where you can't end the quest until after the cutscene.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
More Hien screen time?
Candid as ever, Yukiri. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. "'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact.
Oh.
For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the Burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
How very neat indeed. It is settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Scions. You, Giri, and Takur. I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no etherologist. What skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the runes burn more in attention. And so while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at the Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plans to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Come on, Alice, could you not get Tataru to do it? I'm sure she'd love the ban. Joking aside, I was planning to enlist her help with organizing everything, but we still need a scion on the ground. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll manage without me. Good luck. Just the three of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? So this is the Azim step. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Dinner time. Okay, enjoy dinner. What is for dinner, if you don't mind me asking? What you gonna eat? Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here we shall travel to the to Molilo. There we may ask Cyrina about the particulars of the myth, and raise the matter for an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Time for an Eastern Alliance, I guess. Wonder if that's going to be the name Eastern Alliance. I didn't remember the name of the alliance at all. Like, not even the German one, just no memory. Brain empty. No thought. Why am I so tired today? For no reason. Like, I slept well. Full 8 hours too. Just today is a tired day, it seems. Ian, Rain. I'm glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I would discuss with them all. It concerns only the people of, not only the people of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul? And you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more about the place where it lies buried, this northern crag? If that is your wish. In the mountains to the north, there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds are the source of Narma's power. There, I believe, you will find what you seek. Ah yes, I know the place. It's a brisk walk from here. What are your thoughts on alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it to or not. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Narma above all else. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. This is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Narma, might you not first visit the houses of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. Thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I wish to join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into a war against their will. No, we. 100-fold stranger they are who choose to fight of their own accord. I got completely distracted. Caleb. Oh, it's come to put my skills to use. Lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Amidst the radiance of your being, I sense a shadow. Maybe it is but in my imagination. Huh. Hee. Craig. Up the mountain we go. It's going to be a brisk walk, meanwhile me. Let my pet dragon handle this. What do you mean walking yourself? I would never. Here we are.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an elegant artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Okay. We return to whence we came. Which is like down there. Found that which you seek then. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If naught less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribes should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Dothal. Their consent shall be the key. The Dothal? You spoke of them. A warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense the cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will all be worth the effort. The Dothal fear nothing. Death least of all. Our alliance would be greatly strengthened by the presence. Let us go to Dothal Ka and deal with their Hatun. Hatun. That was it Han? The way these are pronounced is very weird and not at all like connected to how you would pronounce them in English. Which, whatever that is, I think it's Mongolian. Unlike, for instance, Japanese, which, if Romanized, uses... most of the time it's using the Hepburn romanization, which is focused on writing it in a way that, if pronounced Englishly, you would make the correct sounds to be understood. That's kind of the goal of the Hepburn way of transcribing things. But not all languages follow that ideal. And use English-focused romanizations. Or that ideology, rather. Ah! I'll get a drink after getting there. I need to get up and then actually, like, physically get a drink. But I don't want to stand somewhere in the field. What did you have for dinner, by the way? Okay. I'm gonna go get that drink. Some ham? Just ham? Only hams? I had a drink. Only ham. Was hungry. Oh, that's fair. Shadow. We are getting some more quality here in time, which I'm very much enjoying. I'm wondering, like, who is your favorite character right now? Like, up until this point in the game? You can. That matters to mental time, Khan. So, unless it is battle you seek, alas not. Quite the opposite, in fact. Difficult. Yeah, I know. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power. Of course they do. They are the source of Dharma's strength. With the Dothal, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? Said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Dharma's power to defend these lands, and I will allow. And this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, would have something in return. Namely battle with you. Okay. The Nardum ended ere it began. I would face you again alone, without distraction. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dothal as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one you cried to fight. Alas, the Han has made her choice. Well, shall we dance? Shall be a battle in the steppe, the steppe shall not so soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Let's go. Definitely the frogs in here. Yes. The porogos are really good. Frig. And Hien is so good. Favorite villain though? That's also a good question. We haven't actually met my favorite villain yet. Although, the game doesn't really have villains. All the villain characters are very nuanced in the end. So...
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Han.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
No.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dothal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest.
Hot villains.
We lay
yes.
low the strong that we may rise higher.
I like Sadu a lot because
that is our way.
She's like,
the way of might. There is no other.
No, I just want to fucking fight the warrior of light.
Want for conviction.
This is so good.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such
Hi,
useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Murder. I have the same class at her. Let's go. Simironet. Let us dance indeed. That can't be it. Oh yeah, okay, this isn't it. Strong indeed, worthy champion of the steppe. It's me, the worthy. One stake down.
In death do our souls sing!
Whee!
In death do our
That's
souls
that's a
sing!
good idea. Retainer. Yeah. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I mean, I really like her. Such sweet pleasure. It continues. Boop. Oh, come on. We went out of range. That's unfair. Come on. Square Enix, more like unfair Enix. More battle. Oh boy. Wrong target. Yeah.
In death do our souls sing!
Ow.
In death do our souls sing!
Nah, unfortunately no. So far they only enable travel between the same,
In death do our
like,
souls
physical
sing!
locations. But unfortunately you still can't go from NA to EU. Unfortunately not. I would have enjoyed the poke. Sad. Boop. Yee. I'm heavy, my husband. But as long as my lifeblood flows, I will fight on. Rawr.
How it burns!
Sadu, could you not? This will just have to do that. Yeah. The pets.
In death do our souls sing!
1 million pets. I will be pet for the next 10 minutes. Help. No.
In death do our souls sing!
Come on. Yes. That was too close for comfort.
Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so!
The variant dungeons are really good.
Come! We have only just begun!
I'm still being pet.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
I don't need your permission.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Oof! That bad!
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Thank you for all the pets, Ito. So much pit.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
More battle! Wait, the variant dungeons are really good. I really like Nanamo.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Did she just accidentally quote Matoya? Oh! Whoa! I forgot about this part. Let's go! I'm playing as Stola. Look at this! This is so cool! I love this so much! Okay.
Heal or die! Enough!
Foreshadowing, yes. This is so cool. In the part before that, we already played it as Alphinaud, by the way. Oh, I love this feature. It's so good. You must learn to your place. No.
Bow down before me!
I will just kind of break this, I guess. I somehow targeted the guy instead of the thing. This feels like I need to heal Ian, yeah. So, like, while Rain is currently duking it out with Sadu, we are playing Stola and Ian fighting these two. This is so cool. I love this.
Mark well and learn.
Ooh. Samurai moveset, let's go. I want to see this. Oh. Ah. Every swears with the passion of Buduga. Every last drop I give to you, Ian. Holy fuck, you just don't beat him. Yo! Huh? No, I haven't heard about that one.
Bow down before me!
Mark well and learn.
Come on here, do it. Yes! Ah! The good samurai moveset, let's go.
Kneel or die! Kneel! Bow down before
Oh no,
me!
I haven't heard about that. That's really interesting.
Tremble before the sun!
Ah!
Let us be about it.
Whoa! What the fuck? That's not in the samurai moveset. What was that? It's a joke, pun. Is it? Sorry, I don't get it. Yes! Struggle!
Yeah.
Let's go! Ooh. Oh! Oh
to me.
fuck!
Have at you.
Oh, I get it! I've understood the pun. Stola has the moves though, let's go. I got the pun. I got the pun, no worries. I understood it.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat.
Yes.
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield.
Meanwhile, Sadu just fucking climaxing over here. Over having been defeated in battle 5 times.
What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
You stole her. Why?
Are you my Nama?
Calm music
I beg your
ends.
pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
I love this line so much. It's so good.
Little son! Little son!
F.
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
We have wasted enough time here. Cyrena waits for word of our success.
Yeah, it's so good. It's such an excellent scene. Bye. Little son. So fucking good. I am not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man. Just so fucking savage. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magnai too? Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant, having passed such a test. They could not well deny you their allegiance. Still has the best lines, just generally, not just burns. The Mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. Give my heartfelt thanks. Out of all the tribes of the steppe, there's none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from other tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Cyrena. None of this would have been possible without you. Ow. Little son. Is it's time, isn't it? It's happening. Isn't it? That quest name. Well, I hope you're strapped in. We're going for a ride. We have the requisite consent. It's time to put Nama's power to use. If ether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. I hope you all are strapped in. I should have unlocked flying in this area, but I kind of didn't. You know? Ah, well. Ooh. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back. That's a lot of ether. Ooh.
Did it work?
Pixels! Yes.
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Hmm. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you. And Raid, of course. You've taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe the rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. Others may already have returned from the missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Oh no, the Enclave, not the house. I am an idiot. And I don't click on the correct things. Okay. Hello. Lord Hien is expecting you. Ah, yes. Lord Hien expecting me? It was always fun when you jump ahead of mechanic during a boss battle. Yep. Ah! I forgot to pause. Something, Azim's step went well, yes. Indeed. We've secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. The tower and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. Oh, yes. Yes, that I also have frequently in the current Savage tier. Thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the... Minutia? I think. I don't know how the word's pronounced. Of the arrangement, you may leave it to me. Which just leaves the small matter of alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all of the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Ingashi to Sunasato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected then. Well, there's naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I've attended to that, I believe I will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being, at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you'd be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. Friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thankford to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan quarter by now. Now let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Oh, that was not the correct voice. I thought Ian said that, but it was Y'shtola. That's an expensive teleport. They didn't raise the teleport cost until Shadowbringers, I think. So, back when I first played this teleport was still cheap. But I think they were kind of tired of having every teleport in the list be 999. And they did have a pressing matter of needing to remove more gil from the system. Was Endwalker that raised them? Oh, interesting. Y'shtola's told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Cryle. Cryle in particular was concerned about Alphinaud. I assure her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being, on the condition that I contact her the moment there's any development. So that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Arnvold is here to assist with security, and incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphinaud is, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsmen in the palace entrance, and I shan't be far behind. The signs of the 7th dawn! Welcome to Alamigo! The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Upon proceeding to the Royal Palace, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I hope you're ready. Because we are viewing these scenes in their entirety.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
I think she's
pleasure is
also really
ours, Your Grace.
happy to see
I
Rob
know
on
I
his side.
speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Ooh,
Lord Hien of Doma. at
everyone
your
is here.
service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who
Eric!
must thank you for journeying so far.
Yes.
And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the
Oof,
Seventh
this-
Dawn have played in
this
bringing
room.
all of us together.
Hmm.
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the East.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea? Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Dorma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace.
True.
Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
And it begins.
That way. Sorrow. History must be changed.
Who is this? New phone, who this?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Yup.
Spies in our midst.
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Is it over?
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
That can't be good.
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alizé and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Quite so. Throw wide the gates. Oh, this line. Oh, how I remember when this happened. Back in 2019, was it? Maybe end of 2018? Ooh. Oh, this is that is storytelling, right here. I just tried to call Oriente in this link bell. He didn't respond. but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Randy, something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. It was Ryonji. You heard the voice too? In Thanalan. In Thanalan? As we alone were afflicted by the meeting, I had my suspicions. But if the voice also spoke to Ryonji, there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. For whom and to what end is the question. One to which we must find an answer, with all possible haste. Ryonji agreed to meet us at the Rising Stands. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seatseer. But if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way. Ryonji.
Ryonji! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to. The voice. It calleth to me once more.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No!
Throw wide the gates.
No! No, this can't be happening!
And 2 more down for the
Y'shtola,
count.
Urianger, open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We would have borne the 2 of them to a private chamber. But tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a state like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Though given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lise that should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there's bound to know what ails them, comrades. How it may be cured. Thus we will rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first. Our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Oh, I promised to visit someone in Limsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. I know who we are visiting. Ah. As you've probably guessed, it's Gabo we've come to see. Private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Gabo!
Here he is, my lady.
Gaboo, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You still have me?
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts in such matters. But they are both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, grandfather and Philia had a wealth of connections between them. I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone. Mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it for the good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who searched through Alphino and to the Alliance members, who make ready for the move against the Empire. They march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, so must I. You have your own part to play, I know. It's bigger than most. So I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time. And I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do.
The populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate?
His voice actor, though?
Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh.
Oh, hello.
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The Founding Father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos. Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. Oh boy. Shadow Hunter. There he is. What in the world? Oh right, they didn't voice this one for reasons. Dead. Oh, dead. I see no wounds. No any evidence of battle. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Gearbania. A gas. Black Rose it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this. thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed. But none else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Ascians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. The objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ascians and put an end to their plot. And that was Prelude in Violet. There's but one patch between this and Shadowbringers. Well, two patches technically, but it's just split in parts. It's technically one patch. I'll just pick this one up really quickly.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news.
But I do technically need to play Omega before I actually really play this patch.
After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjury. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Alphino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Potat! The Potat has joined us.
Kryle! I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
Kryle is such a good Potat. I love her.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
Ah.
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms. Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation. I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
Mm-hmm.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Matoya! Okay. But I think we might pivot into at least grabbing ourselves the Omega questline. Wait, no, wrong room. Here it is. Alpha! Good boy. Hey, hey. Brian, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we've observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the Yarn. I have a nasty feeling that means Omega is ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment. But Master Garland is on his way. Let's see what he has to say. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Sid! Our colleagues on the ground have reported an appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the Yarn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Altroid made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get her attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents plucked from the pages of both history and fiction. For the ability pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then will be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous! He says with eyes aflame. For once, I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge based on a previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse. Not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Rain, are you ready to answer the call? Yeah. I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush at the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry. Nero and I will see that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. Hey. I do believe Alpha he agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Alpha's so cute. Cute papa. Small. Yes. A customer at Ironrock's uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He's part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him some protective equipment. He's so cute! I love him! How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. And there I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. I wish I had that uniform. Really? I wouldn't have seen that in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. I'm not sure it'll last long on you, with all that fighting. But if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with the tailors. Fascinating that this discussion of ironwork garment undoubtedly is. Might a time not better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega waits. Yes, yes, Nero. I so ship Nero and Sid, it's almost criminal. They are such perfect fits for each other, though. Nero, it's your husband, Sid. Yeah. Oh, I love the guitar in this track. Ah, another one of those. Ooh. Tough. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Rain. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. Ready. This'll keep us busy for a cool 15 minutes, I guess. Right then, into the Yawn we go. I am with you, mortals. Along with what scant wisdom I can provide. Hi, Midgard-sama. There was such a funny scene. So Midgard-sama just kind of shows up at the beginning of the Omega quest line and just talks about stuff, and then Sid and Nero are like, who are you? Who's that little dragon friend of yours? And then he just goes, I am Midgard-sama, the father of all dragons, and they just lose it. It's so funny. Like, yep, that's him. Father of all dragons, the same one that is currently dead in very strong quotation marks in Silver Tear Lake. That's the one. Well, the rift seems much as it did before. And we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect that some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega, it would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts ongoing contest, wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Naught have thy continued existence. Hast thou not thought for what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to... Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to prior experiment. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. Complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. That seems we have your orders. So we got a path to the chaff then. Hey. Are there some nice cards? Which means, one moment. Card, game, play. Play! You meant to play part in the proceedings this time? Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in this area in the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. Yeah. We have the cute bean with us. I hope you're excited for cute bean. Small. Avoided this evaluation. Let's watch our step though, eh? Level checker. Bonk. Not bonk. Bonkent. V! Ah, what the... Trap. Well, he's stuck for now. Oh no, wait, that's only two. Single target is more effective in this configuration. Oh! They already have part of the moveset here. That's interesting. Chats play. You're welcome thus far. Go, 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 go! Ah. Right, Alpha. Someone's here. Hello. We have to different platforms. We have to find them. Wait. Look to your left, you idiot! Ha! We have to find them, he says. Unable to look 1 degree to the left. Pew! Bonk. More death and destruction. Yes, yes. Boop. No sign of their companions. Quite unmortal. I'm trying. They take forever to spawn, though. Alpha, what the fuck? Flash of light, could be the others. Bandit, let's get on with it then. Ah. There they are. Look. Right, are we ready to... apparently not. Took the glasses off. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. Ooh. Hammer time! Behold the mark! Fuck. "48 Iron Nero, complete with a new and improved Mighty Mjolnir gunhammer. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation." Iron Nero. Brilliant. I love that theme. We get to hear it so rarely. There we go. Go, Iron Nero, go! Hey! Ding! It's one of the cards. Good work, Alpha. Yeah. Alpha, good boy. And it continues. Ah! One more person to fight. This guy. I don't think I've seen that guy before. Dadaluma. Not to be from some game. Bonk. Maybe it is 6. Might be FF6. Maybe. Based on that right there. So, I don't know how many other Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy? That's not bad. That's not. Yes. My speech is breaking down. I don't know how many other Final Fantasy games y'all know. But if you do know any of them, like, it should be apparent that this right here, Omega, is the Final Fantasy reference, like, fan service raid series. The bosses in part 1 were all from Final Fantasy IV. And the mask behind me there is from Final Fantasy VI. There's only one clown or one jester rather, in all of Final Fantasy, and it's Kefka, the final boss of Final Fantasy VI. So that's what that line is going to be based on. That seemed to be the end of them. And of the path as well. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. Between scrambling to stay at the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about what card you used to offer. Care to explain? He boasts that it is but one of the many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Analysis complete. Results met revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of note. Bitgatsoma, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me, the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn to this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did not offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. Wait, no, that's Omega. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet, only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Out of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet, I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. Dragons are aliens, heard it here first. Should think the reason plain. But my app does not so for soulless machines such as thee. By thee and thine was mine homeland laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me, a tempest of rage. But lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Yup. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. Yes, Marks 14, Thermocoil Boilmaster. It's empty. Great. Sigmascape, eh? I shall set work to analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. That should do it. A new base of operations is up and running. Now what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past. But as our dragon seems to disincline to indulge my curiosity, we best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of the Sigmascape, shall we? Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test world we need to conquer. The Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly a surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. We currently have no idea what it might signify. My instinct is to dive straight into analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight. But leads mustard all that. Are you up for the challenge? Yee. Can I ask you to join him, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Rain will need your authorization. If he's to do battle inside the test world. Boring. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent should be almost anything. My next opponent could be almost anything, you say. I wonder what it might be. Bigby. Sigmascape, join. Okay, based on the timer, that might be the last thing we do today. Because it's average 9 minutes. Bit longer than I like. Longer. Bit longer than I like. Is it longer or longer? It's long. If it's that, but if you touch ER, does the G become hard? Internet died a sec. Oh no! Oh, welcome back. I hope you are excited for Sigmascape. Sigma balls. Good old Sigmascape. Final Fantasy VI has a train boss. Sigma boss. Yes! Ah, it's time for Final Fantasy VI battle music. Right, that mechanic. How does this work again? Ah, right. Can I stand here? Yes. And that kills the ghosts, right. Ow, thank you. I love this battle music. So good. This entire thing is just kind of a massive tutorial in the first part here. Because it kind of shows you how to get rid of the ghosts. Which is really helpful. Not me, please. Not on me, please. Thank you. Ah, it's just crossing. Good, good. Spooky ghosts! Spooky! Ah, yes. Could you not put that in opposite corners, please? Fine. Train! This boss is so good. Here we go! Whee! We are on the train! We are on the actual train! It's so good! Right, you need to get caught by a ghost here. Then you need to kill a ghost. In the train! We are in the train! I love this! And back out of the train. And then we kind of get to free damage it for a bit. Ah, fuck. Zook. Ah, there we go. My favorite part is that no one here thought to like maybe cleanse those two ghosts. They're just gonna hang out here until the end of the fight, I guess. Ah, fuck. Bye! I forgot. Ghost! One, two, three, and power. And back up. Whee! No. No, you don't. Aha! And the train is dead. We killed a train. Ta-da! Ah, that I don't need any of those. Bye. Whee! Choo-choo! Traveler from another path. Thank you for Dome. Yep, just ghosts on this train. I should mention, they are not talking about the Doma that Hien is from. There is a place called Castle Doma in Final Fantasy VI. There was just legit ghosts on this train. Because... Thank the gods you first defeat. First saw when facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. But with that oddness behind us, we can fully certain we have the right set of data for the Sigma state. Seems good, yep. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues to its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other-dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, it seems safe to assume that the author had a bad experience with the train. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight. But we should probably go over the details with your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you'll be pitted against a foe known as Chandanuk. Not a train this time, but some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together into something I thought might be useful. Thrown together, he says. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fancy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seems to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still credit where credit is due. Well done. History will appreciate my genius. To you I present the fruits of my labor. The chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say that I have adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you will be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Naturally, the process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. Now back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of steaming cup in my hand? If you truly valued the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is another task his lordship the chief can't accomplish without the help of its subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. And there they go fighting again. Ha, they truly are my favorite married couple. Chocobo. Ooh, water. Next to the is one of Alpha's cards. The face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Alpha appears to begin the next encounter. You may enter the Sigmascape whenever you're ready. Yes. Oh, also, the name of the things should be at least somewhat of a giveaway. How far through we are. Sigma is pretty far in the back of the alphabet. But yeah, they didn't go for any correlation between the name of the area and the game it was taking inspiration from. Otherwise, this would have been Zetascape, because Zeta is the 6th letter of the alphabet. The Greek alphabet, that is. Delta is actually the 4th, so there was some correlation there. But not a lot. But yeah, looking at the time, I think Sigmascape 2 will be the last one for today. And then we can go to bed. I'll do a double feature of Final Fantasy XIV next week, I think. So 2 stream days of this game. There's no D&D next week because one of the players is not going to be around. So many pixels. Very good. So I have 4 stream days anyway. Just gotta figure out what to do with them all. Oh, and also that time there won't be any raid on any of the days. So yeah, I can stream Final Fantasy twice. And then I can stream other games on the other 2 days. Probably some more Persona. Yeah. And then maybe I'll catch up on the gacha game experience. Because there's also been a new chapter released in Storica about a week ago. I just didn't have time to play it yet. So Storica capture and a chapter, and then maybe Genshin after or something might be one of the stream days. And then the week after that is going to be Pokemon on Friday, definitely. Like the 18th, I will immediately stream Pokemon on release date. So that's going to be exciting. Storica, yeah. I actually need to log on and farm. Hugo is actually in the banner currently. The new character. You can pull him with improved rates. But he will go to Million Infuse. He's the main story character. You don't have to get him there. Unlike Genshin, where you have to get most of the main characters through the limited time gacha, Storica only does that for the SP and MZ variants. And all the main story characters are in the Million Infuse permanently, which is a system that I far prefer over how Genshin is doing it. Anyway, I actually don't quite remember this fight. I'll get in on release day, so hopefully it comes early in the mornings to can play before stream. Yeah. I mean, otherwise, if it doesn't, we can play along. You know? But I'm so excited for Pokemon. I'll only have that one stream day that week to actually play it though, because that Saturday, the 19th, is going to be D&D. So, yeah. Yes! Like, that is one of the few things I know from the trailers. It's happened. It's here. The game we've all wanted for. I now feel like Sword and Shield, the wild area, was kind of the infrastructure test to see if they could pull multiplayer off at all. And then probably Legends Arceus was the just getting the engine to work game. And now both those developments will culminate in what will probably be a really good Pokemon game. I'm excited. I'm hyped, in fact. I'm also really looking forward to the arenas or the gyms in that game. I wonder what a gym in actual proper real 3D this time will look like. Like with free cam and everything. Yeah. All of the gripes I have with Legends Arceus are the lack of multiplayer, which is fine for a spin-off title. And I only had this gripe until they announced Scarlet and Violet. Because, you know, I didn't know they were planning that when I was playing Arceus. And the other gripe is the graphics, which, needless to say, I don't usually go on about Pokemon graphics, but Legends Arceus had a few really glaring graphical bugs that I hope they ironed out for this release. One of the major ones being that shadows sometimes disappeared if the object casting the shadow left the viewport, which is a really bad glitch to have in a 3D game. It's not like the typical, oh, it's ugly, the asset quality isn't up to my highest standards. It's like an actual error. The shadows should not disappear just because the tree is out of view. Because that is not how shadow works. It ruins the immersion. Yeah. Yeah, then the ground texture is stupidly glossy in Arceus, which I think contributes to that purple shadow effect. It's the ground, the specular map for everything in that game is just all the way to the max. And the ground is glossy, even dirt, even stone is glossy, as if the entire world was just slightly damp. And then finally, the resolution on the water map is too low, which caused that infamous ugly lake issue that people were talking about online. Which, yeah, that is ugly. It's not that lake, though. It's the water texture in general. The water texture just looks like that. You know? And it looks fine unless you view it from far above, which you can only do in very few, very select locations on the map anyway. But yeah, those are just some. Those aren't the typical what you have online, what you had with the trees in the wild area. No, it is one tile. It is one tile 500 times. And that works if you view it from ground level, you know? If it's the same water texture, it doesn't change higher up. It's the same throughout, but you just don't notice the tiling if you're on ground level. You can only really fix this by either using randomized water tiles or making the texture absurdly large. Both of which are not a good idea. But I hope they figure something out for the new games. Or no. Was it Lechonk? I love Lechonk. I need to immediately obtain a Lechonk. Lechonk. Oh no, I was talking about Lechonk. I hope the internet is back. Why is this raid taking so long? Hello? I'll give it another minute. But yeah, Lechonk is an excellent name for a Pokemon. It's so good. I guess the raid does not want us today. Ah well. In that case, I guess I'll end the stream here. I don't want to sit here for another 10 minutes and wait for the raid, because I am tired. Anyway, the wrong trailer version in Japan. It was the trailer with the latest version of the game, but for the rest of the release, it was a version with a super old build. There were like 5 frames of animation for objects, shitty textures. No! Oof. Oh, that's horrible. Like, that is actually bad. That will ruin your PR game. Oh no. Releasing a trailer with bad visuals so close to the release of a game is a bad thing. Oh no, that could actually have hurt sales. That could actually have hurt sales. That is really bad. And like, understandably hurt sales too. Oh no. Like, if someone only saw the trailer but didn't hear about the correction of that trailer to the correct one, I could imagine people who only saw the old trailer might consider not buying the game. That is bad for a game release, to have bad visuals in the trailer. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Was a windmill visible in the trailer, and the Japan version was smooth, beautiful, and colorful, and the other version said like literally 3 frames of rotation. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, someone got fired over that. For sure. That should not happen. Oh no. Anyway. As I said, this will be streamed for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Tuesday. I hope you have a good weekend. And yay, we'll continue this on Tuesday. And next week is going to be Stordica and stuff. And I'll see you there. Good night.